guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. It's finally time to do my TBR jar picks, my April TBR. I'm so excited. April is my favorite month because it's my birthday month, so love that for me. But it's also when the weather just starts to really get nice, and I'm so excited for spring to be kind of in full effect and weather to get nicer so I could do more outside activities. But I am so excited to be choosing my TBR for the month of April. I cannot believe it's already almost April. It's mind-boggling, but I'm so excited, and I have really been in a kind of light mood, I guess. So I really do hope to get some romances in this time around in this TBR, because I do think that that's what I'm most in the mood for. But either way, we got a lot of TBR to be picking through. So I do have my TBR cart right here that I'm going to be picking my books from, and let's get started. Let's pick out my TBR. I do think that I'm going to be picking around 6 or 7 books. I'll probably do 7 just to be sure, but either 6 or 7 books. So let's see what we're feeling. Okay, the first prompt says a genre I don't typically read. I feel like we had this one last time, but that's okay. There are a couple actually I have in mind for that. Okay, so I have 3 options, and they're very different. So the first I have is Kristen Hannon's The 4 Winds. Fiction isn't my absolute go-to. I do read fiction, but it's not the one I gravitate to the most. So I do think this is a good option, also because this one has been on my TBR for so long, and it would be great to finally get it off. But I've also heard really great things about this one, so this one could be a really good option. The second book I have is Morning Star by Pierce Brown. This one would really help me tick off another book off of my series tracker, because I have read the first 2 books, and this is the 3rd book in the series. And it's sci-fi. I don't really read sci-fi that often, so this could be a really good option. And then the last book I have is actually one that I recently picked up, and it's Heartstoppers. And I've heard a lot of great things about this series, and I've never read this kind of like book before. It's like a graphic like story, and I've heard a lot of great things about this series, and I think this could be really fun. So these are the 3 options that I have, but which am I actually going to choose? Okay, I think I'm going to choose Morning Star by Pierce Brown. I really want to finish this series, and I did just finish reading the second one like a couple months ago, so I would rather read this when the story's still fresh in my mind than putting it off. So I think this will be our first book. Okay, our next pick is the lowest rated book on your TBR. Y'all, that, give me a minute, because that is literally going to take a minute. So this one was the lowest rated book on my TBR with a 3.44 review rating, and it's Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Clay McLeod Chapman. I've actually heard really good things about this book, so I'm actually kind of surprised to hear that it only has a 3.4 star rating, but this is the book that we are adding to our April TBR. Okay, and the next prompt is written by multiple authors. I don't know if I have a book actually written by multiple authors, but let me see. I don't have one. Let's see. I have some books on my Kindle library, so let me see if there's anything in there that's written by multiple authors. I honestly might not have one though. Okay, I'm gonna skip this prompt because I literally don't have any books with multiple authors, and I really do want to focus on books on my TBR cart. So since I don't have any, we're gonna actually skip this prompt. I actually thought I had some, so I'm actually surprised that I don't have a book by multiple authors. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and just pick another prompt. Okay, so the next prompt is a book with a 1-word title. Okay. I think I have a couple of those. So I have Run by Blake Crouch, Violetta, Beartown by Frederick Bachman, Nightbane by Alex Astor, Phantasma. Ooh, Lotus could be a really good one. So Lotus by Jennifer Hartman is one that I've been wanting to get to. I did read her other book, Still Beating, and that one was like really good. So this one could be a really good one. I've also really have been wanting to get to Beartown for like the longest, but I just haven't had an opportunity to get to it, especially this month. I just didn't have a chance to, and it was on my March TBR. But I think I'm leaning more towards Lotus because I've heard a lot of great things about this one, and this is calling to me. And it's a romance, and I really did want to get some romances on my TBR. So I think I'm going to go with this one. We're adding Lotus to my April TBR. Okay, our next book, our next prompt, a book under 350 pages. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard, right? Let's see. I already know Magnolia Parks is not it. Let's see. Maybe Daisy Hates. Nope. It's over 350. Okay, can't do Daisy Hates. Okay. Run by Blake Crouch is under 350. Lost and Lassoed, maybe? Ooh, Lost and Lassoed is 300 pages exactly, so that could be a good one. The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery is one I've been wanting to get to. I really love Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by this author, and I have been wanting to get to another one of their books. And this one is also under 300 pages, so this one could also be a good one. Are we counting the epilogue? Because I want to get to this one so bad, but it's over 350 because of the epilogue. Alright, I'll be fair. We won't do that one, but I'm really sad. This one's 305. I think this one is a thriller, but I don't know if I want to get to a thriller right now. So I think I'm going to choose between these four. And of the four, I do think I actually want to do Lost and Lassoed. Like I said, I do want to get some romances in, so I think I want to continue. And this will also help me continue and cross off some books and series that I need to finish. So this is going to be our next pick. Okay, our next prompt. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 4 books. So our next prompt. How funny that we get the highest rated book on your TBR when we also got the lowest rated book on my TBR. So now I will be back again to do this one more time because I was not paying attention to the highest rated one. It's fine. I'll be right back. Okay, so this one is the highest rated book on my TBR. It is 4.44 stars. So looks like we are going to be reading Heartstoppers, which is funny because I literally just got this and it's the highest rated book on my TBR. So this is our next book. Okay, so we have 5 so far. So we're going to pick 2 more, I think. So next is a book that takes place in your home state. So I've heard a lot of great things about the Windy City series, and I live in Chicago, so of course the Windy City series makes the most sense for me. But I've heard that the first book is really bad, and a lot of people say to just skip it. But I'm going to stick true to the series. I'm going to read the first book first, and I think I'm going to do Mile High. I do have it on my Kindle, because they are Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, I think that's the book I'm going to do. Because it takes place in Chicago. It's a romance, which like I said, I want to get to some romances this month. So I think I'm going to be adding Mile High to my TBR. I don't actually have it, but that's okay. It's on my Kindle. So I also, like, if this book is as bad as people say, I don't know that I want to actually buy the physical copy of it. But I've heard, I think like the most recent one that released, people have been raving about it. So I'm curious to see what the series is all about, and perfect time to start it. So we're adding Mile High to my TBR. And the next prompt and last prompt, right? Because that's, yeah. Last prompt. Okay, this one fell out, so we're just going to go with it. A thriller book. Because, of course, I get a thriller book. All right. Okay. I think the book I'm going to go with is The Haunting of Maddie Clare by Simone St. James. This one has been on my TBR forever, and I really just want to get to this one. I did recently read The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. Was it this month? I think it was this month. And honestly, it got me into wanting to read more from this author, so I think I'm going to add this one as the final book on my April TBR. And that's it. Just to quickly go over all of the books that we're going to be reading this month. We have Morning Star by Pierce Brown, Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Clay McLeod Chapman, Lotus by Jennifer Hartman, Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage, Heartstoppers by Alice Osman, and then the last book is going to be The Haunting of Maddie Clare by Simone St. James. I think this is going to be a really good month. I'm excited to get to these. Some books that I have had on my TBR for a while and some that are new, but I'm excited anyway. I think this is a really good stack and I'm excited. Got a lot of romances in here, but also I'm mixing it up with some sci-fi and some thrillers, so why not? But that's it for today's video. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you would like, comment, subscribe, and let me know down below what books are on your TBR for April, so that way I can add more to my TBR. And let me know if you've read any of these books or if you're going to read any of these books in April too. And I do hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!